Let's start this thing.
Hello everyone. Alright, so bit of a rare one for me, a Sunday night stream. Let's get into it. Okay, so you know that feels very lonely. Just 20 training droids is all I get for logging in. Alright. Let's see what else we've got. Second in TW, so fair play. Hey, we got a Zeta completed. I can work on one reroll. Go on, let's give it a go. I'm going to go insane with these. Go on, just to keep it different from the other two I've got for Stormtrooper. Reroll that if I can. Genuinely, I'm like, what am I doing so badly here? Alright, get bulk, I guess. That's dark side. Okay, we'll come back to that in a minute. I really feel like I'm getting gypped with these. Okay, I think I've done everything except for the marquee, so we'll just knock that out. I could do watching Vex's recording. I'm sure he said in the thumbnail or title or something that he had a match against a Zuka's Forlom. Kind of curious how it's playing. Can't say I'm expecting too much from them, but you know, if they elevate bounty hunters a little bit, it's not terrible, is it? I think the thing that's striking me, we know that Asajj is coming with the I'm trying to remember what they're calling it, era, anniversary era or something. And it's like, okay, so Asajj is going to be the Dabba Boba lifter. So it's like, okay, well, Forlom and Zuka's probably aren't going to be a part of that. I mean, they might be. Maybe they want these two to work under Dabbod. I don't know. I feel like we've still got a lot of questions in that regard. cool. Yeah, I'm not going to get that. Oh, hang on, saying that, no, you get there's one more marquee enter tomorrow, so I should get that one done. I don't think it matters, but just seeing the challenges popping up, it's like it'd be nice if I could get them done. There we go, 19 out of 20. There's a little bit of temptation just to get some Zucker shards, because I know he's going to be 5-star if I do it tomorrow, and it's like, well, you know, he'd be 5-star if I got 7, say. All relatively meaningless, if you like, though. Like, does he really need to be 5 stars? Okay. So, last night I had a little bit of an epiphany of sorts. I took C, Kenobi, and Lord Vader off of my favourites list. Only because I figure if I do Relic them up, it'll be when Relic Delta's in and when the Relic economy has changed. So I figured I don't need them there right now. That's going to be... it's going to be soon, but it's not going to be imminent. So I figure I might as well just prioritise the 2 GLs that I need to work on. To my knowledge, there's nothing here now that isn't a GL. Oh, actually, saying that, I've got Apo, DCT, and CX2. I haven't removed them simply because I feel like I would like to get them done for Lord Vader, at least to R7. Maybe I can do that if the Rex are a bit easier to get, but we'll see. Maz, I want so that the pirates she works with have all got the same relics, or comparatively similar relics. And then I am pretty sure all of these are Rex except for Smee. Oh, and these two. But yeah, they're new tunes, so I won't work on them. Kicks. Go on, we'll apply that. I did give up on Ethar. I say I gave up. I did Atharno to Rally 3, which is requirement level, but I haven't actually done that Zeta. I'm sure it's decent in terms of, you know, Fear's a decent debuff, but I feel like I'm trying to give the Zetas that are probably important, and I felt like that one was just more luxury than important, but maybe I'm underestimating it a bit. But there's Maz, Quiggold, Atharno. Maz kicks, Quiggold, Atharno, and then the next one is Nest, I think? Oh, no, it's Smee. So I could probably work on Smee's next. And then it's obviously getting the Hondo team up. It was nice getting kicks done the other day as well. It means that when Silvo's farmable, hopefully if I'm doing my numbers right, I should be able to farm him relatively easy. I mean, I'd be surprised if there's a fleet node again. That'd be 3 fleets and pirates. That'd be really wacky. Kind of fitting that, you know, pirates on the 7th season, all that require fleet nodes. But I'd still be surprised for, like, balance. So Cantina I wouldn't rule out, because they could say, right, if you've just finished Vayne, you can then do Silvo straight after. But I think the likely thing is a hard node. So I'd like to think we can get that done. Ooh. I've got the era battle coming up in a couple of days. Again, I do think it's a decent thing they're doing as far as long as you unlock the character, you can pretty much go for tier 1. You get extra shards. In the grand scheme, it's a small thing, but it's still friendly. Okay, so Vayne should be R6 tomorrow. Hey up! Where's the Galactic Challenge? I honestly don't know. I mean, I've heard some people speculating that because of the changes that are coming up and that GCs are going to be kaput, maybe they didn't do one, but I don't know. It's interesting though, isn't it? Especially the timing, you know, people like myself, I just did it and didn't even think about having to save it. I mean, thankfully it's not important to me, but still, it's not ideal, is it? Resistance. Just double check I defend, didn't I? Yeah. One of these days, I will lock these mods in. I've had them sort of... I've done them all once, these Resistance pilots, and then I remodded and I forgot to lock those mods in, and next thing I know, I'm having to redo them all again. I'm sick of doing it. Alright, so that's 1. Ooh, that's actually pretty decent. 2. I mean, I don't mind giving that a whirl. Alright, bit of a dud. More of a dud. Yeah, I mean, I think as much for the episode quest for those who are free to play, it would have been nice. Again, it could have been overshooting it, you know, basically saying, right, we're giving you way more than you need to compensate for not being able to do that one, but still a bit odd. Alright, can I calibrate this? Yeah, can we get rid of that? Oh, it's a 40, I can give it one go. Hey! 26. I mean, I know it's on Poe Dameron, so it's not like in a godly place right now, but I'll take that for a reroll. That's 9, 9, 10. Let's go for this. I feel like I'm strapped for these literally every day at the moment. I mean, I'd like things to sign that I'm farming mods, but it's pretty irritating, you know. Alright, so really is the fun thing about the new sort of way I'm having to do things. With no Crimson, I feel like I'm starting late. I could just sort of turn up last minute, do my dailies, and we can go straight to GAC. Let's cash all this in. I will spend all that currency soon. Or currency, that energy. I still don't know what I want to use it on, though. It's weird, you know, it's like, why am I hoarding it? But I feel like my Zeta income's fairly solid. You know, obviously I could farm them all on Zetas, but I don't know. I'm just not feeling like I need to rush it. I'd probably be getting a few more. Might as well just hold it for double drops anyway. I'll say it again though, I feel like my luck has been rotten with these Datacrons. Straight away, it's a bloody wall. You know what, I'm going to go here. It's inefficient, but I'm going to do it. Farm there. That gets us over 1 mil again. And then... let me get this right, I need 60, so it's... actually, saying that 63 sims should be alright, shouldn't it? Because it takes us to 70 energy. And then we do 1, 2. Okay. And I know this is weird, let me just double check, yeah, max crate. Am I the only one who's ever been paranoid like that, thinking, hang on, am I imagining I got red crated? Feels like quite a while ago now. Ugh. Okay, well at least it's first order, I'll take that bit. And we got the bulk. I've got more first order crons than I'll ever need. Okay, so I might as well just show the last round for those of you who weren't here. We got beaten by Grandmaster Tony, and it was my own doing. Hands up. So, I can't remember if it was you who was actually saying your team matches on Friday. With Patrick and Kondo, in the first round, I did Ufus against Hondo. It was a drop, and I cleaned up, but I wasn't feeling comfortable with it. So I thought, right, we'll try something else. And we went with Slacker. Yeah, and Slacker did not work. So I did try CLS with the Rolocron. That didn't get anyone out, so that was a bit of a bummer. And then... I'm trying to remember what we did after that. Oh yeah, we cleaned up with Ufus. So yeah, that was pretty much where we lost it. Before that, I had tried Phoenix on Raver. Actually, let's get the screen here. There we go. Yeah, I tried Phoenix on Raver. Something about my Phoenix lineup isn't playing as it should, I feel, because TW, it hasn't been playing right. Now in GAC, it's let me down, so I may need to speed up my Phoenix tunes a bit. Jabba. I can't remember what we lost with Jabba. Oh, it was Afra. The Sorticron really made it bulky, so fair play, that caught me off guard. I didn't expect to lose with Afra. But yeah, everything else there seemed okay. And then the back wall, it took me 3 to take down Finn. So, yeah, I can't have any complaints. I mean, you drop like that, you kind of deserve to lose, don't you? But yeah, the opponent one-shot everything. Even threw the Jawas down on the front wall just to do something a bit cheeky. But no luck. It took you 5 DCs and a lot of rerolls to get the pilot DC. You watch the Sunjita vid and he doesn't have one yet with even more DCs and rerolls than you. I mean, that does not surprise me. I get the feeling that it is very much an RNG issue. You either get the luck or you don't. I know for myself, I just haven't had the luck yet. And I'm running out of time, obviously. I've got enough Mark II materials, I think. I mean, if I just back out a minute. Actually, it's probably better if I go here, isn't it? Yeah, I've got 600 Mark II materials and 1,000 of the Mark I and Mark III. Although I am low on rerolls. So yeah, it's frustrating. I mean, I don't think you need the special forces, but it's nice, you know. Especially if you can place it on defense, then people have a bit of an issue around it. So yeah, I'm a little bit bummed I haven't got that one. I know earlier in the cycle, I did have a Seer level 9, but I was trying to re-roll for Ray. So that one's something I'm having a bit of regret now over, because I feel like that is one I probably could have kept and I didn't. Also, I think I had a Fulcrum Cron that I could have kept as well. So I've had a few rerolls that I also feel were maybe a little bit harsh or rash. So yeah, hopefully I can somehow claw it back, because yeah, I feel like I need to catch up a little bit. It's been a bad set for me. Right, I'm going to just close the game down a minute. There we go. Let's bring this up. So, Temmin's up against Easy Peasy. Probably better if I have the cam here, isn't it? Yeah, there we go. Alright, so they're of Shadow Wolves, I'm guessing. Let's see. I can't say I fully understand what this is about. Like the actual number 1900, is that like rank and skill rating or something? Interesting either way. They clear a lot on offense, got more holds than me, undersized more. I've got more clears. I like a clear, so I'm happy with that. They've got higher GP than me, 500k. Let's see. More Zetas, 360 to 384. More Ommis, both in general and... Oh, sorry, I've got more Ommis both in general and in GAC. They've got more Gear 13s, only by 7, but still more. I've got the edge on the 25 plus speed mods. They've got the edge on the 20 plus and the 15 plus. I've got more 4% and 6% offense mods. I've got a slight lead on the... I've got a lead on the... I'm guessing that's defense. I don't think I've ever looked for my defensive mods. Fair enough. They've got more Relic 9s and 8s than me, fair enough. 26 and 42 to my 17 and 21. I've got more 7s and 5s. Yep, kind of expect that when they're high on the 9s and 8s. They've got Glat, but they haven't got Pirate King Hondo. Just having a quick glance. It's funny, I normally do this on SWGOH, but I thought I'd try on this for a change. 361 Ezra. If there's no Terminator Cron, I could probably Great Mothers it. Okay. We've got one more thing I can look at. Oh, there we go. Hello. By the way, I find this funny. How, like my little stream preview, it still shows like the intro sequence. I'm like, really? Okay, cool. Let me pull this up. We're going to see what they place in a minute, but let's just see if we can spot anything. Like any patterns or something. Oh, okay, they did the Darth Vader team. Okay, so that makes me think they've been watching someone like Vex. Yeah, obviously Darkseid Raycron was big back then. They had Ninth Sister on defense, so we could face that again. Okay. Looks like whoever this is did attack a bit more. Bo-Katan was still beating that team, so that's good to know. It's funny how you have to kind of disregard things like this now. By the way, why the hell was he putting Luke in there? This isn't my opponent. This is obviously mini I do what I must, but very weird call that. Okay, that's kind of interesting. Captain Rex and a General Skywalker team. I don't think I've seen that against Raver. Was it a full Raver, or did they... Oh, they took out 7th. Right, so maybe a slightly easier battle. And how many were at the Slacker? Sorry, I'm just mildly curious at this point. You got 3, so again, Lord Vader. Okay. Right. Let's see what they've placed then. 5v5 is definitely... Well, look, not even 5v5. The first week of the new season, it's Wild West territory. Oh, hang on. I think I'm better there, aren't I? Okay, so... We're seeing Ahsoka with Ezra. Okay, so they've got a Temmin to gain Kron. That puts me off the Great Mothers because potentially that would be Jensen. So we don't want to be engaging with that. Trench with the Trench DC, fair enough. They've gone fully with it as well, so no cheesing with GBA or anything. Stick Ray and a Finn team, fair play. Not a great level 6, but they have got a good level 3. So it's a Ray, Ben, Cal team. Decent level... Well, decent level 6 and 9 and 3. All good stats there. Or good levels, I should say. They haven't got a Sorticron there, so it could be worth a chance Wampa in it. Yeah, that could be worth a Wampa. I mean, my Wampa's still Rally 3, which is the iffiness about it, but maybe we could do it. Lord Vader, Bulk. That's reason to be cautious, I suppose. Bulk plus some armor pen. Balin. It's okay, that team. I was thinking that Hondo would be more problematic. And then the last one is JMMW, so nothing too surprising. Right, let's start plotting this down then. So I can't see Inquisitors, and I can't... Well, thankfully there's no Pirate King Hondo. That really does help. So in a way, that just means straight away, put that down for now. Also, we'll just do Ufu and that one. Balin. Thinking with Balin, am I going to do Bane? Yeah, something's telling me Bane might be the best answer there. With Lord Vader, we could do Bo-Katan. It's not going to be straightforward because that Datacron does seem to be quite decent. But hopefully we've still got enough in the tank for it. Jabba, I am really tempted to give Wampa a go. I think it's one of those where we'll see how things are going, but if we can give it a go, why not? Because it could be good banners. Mace. I feel like for Mace we need Sith. I know I've been having a bit of doubt about my Triad team, but I do think they tend to handle Mace quite well, even at this level, so I think if we just go for the crit avoid stats I tend to run. Pop that one on. Okay, we go up here. Gungans should be able to do a trench. I think we can go light side. Let's go for that one. Finn Zori with Stick Ray. Kinda like the sound of Quad May there. Yeah, I think Quad May could be good. If we go for... I know there's a Rose Cron somewhere. Yeah, let's go for that. Then Ahsoka. We Leia. And we do the Adrag Cron. Alright, I think that's fairly straightforward. Let me have a look at what squads I'm not using at this point. Great Mothers are free, Kenobi's free, Malgus, JML, CLS, Phoenix, Afra, Omega, and that's just my listed squads. So there's probably a few more in here. Actually, I have got Mace as well. I've just realised I'm going to swap Quad May out. You know what? As much as I want to use that, I think let's not risk it. So what we're going to do, we're going to do the Vanguard team, because I've never used them on offense, so I figure let's give them a run. They should be capable of taking down resistance, though, from what I've heard. That is a starts with 25% turning, so I could do with matching it. Okay, if that's the case, I need to move one. Yeah, I've got to move that. So the Gungans instead. That one should be alright. And then the Jabba team, that can be Queen. Alright. I think that's fairly good. I don't think there's anything there that is like a big like red flag saying, oh, that won't work. So yeah. Let's get back in the game. bit awkward with Temple Guard Omicron. I will put that in there. I do want to see here how Bane gets on. So I am wondering if I'm imagining Bane here. I wouldn't have thought so, but it wouldn't be the first time I've been wrong. Alright, let's drain. Well, looking good. Just bye-bye. Okay, so 75. I'd call that a good start. Let's get Treya in. And I know I want something with Crit Avoid. I've gone for the Tals and Chron, okay. I've said this before. I really would love it if they'd let you name these things so that I can actually say, right, this is the one for this team, this is the one for that team. So I imagine it's worse for people who've got lows that are just repeat level 9s. Alright, Talon's captive. That's ideal in a way. Okay, cooldown increases. Let's put that on Nihilus. Bring down the pain. Let's go for Mace. Okay, she's got the rifle. It's not like we got a rush. Ooh, but that wasn't nice. That's healed Scion up a bit at least. Oof. I was going to say, Savage, you're getting there, pal. Oof. Yeah, hatred, please. Yeah, just nuke. I want to, ideally, insta-kill Jocasta. We'll do that to decrease Nihilus's cooldowns. I feel like Barris is on that team either healing. There we go, bye-bye. Forgot your name. Dapper. I feel like I should just call her the Rani. Yeah, we can't accidentally kill Jocasta, but I wouldn't like... Actually, saying that, why am I hitting her if I'm not going to actually kill her? There we go. I find it funny how, even though he's isolated, Temple Guard's got that crit avoidance. Like, it's not locked, but it just keeps reappearing. Just a funny little quirk of whatever's in his kit. There we go, it's gone now. And it's back. I mean, that does feel wrong. I'm not going to lie. Unless there's something in his kit that says it's unpreventable, then it's like, how? Right, 65. Alright, next up, shall we do Queen on Jabba? I stand by the way. I would have liked to have done Wampa here. I'm just not sold on it being solid. You know, I think if I got like a Relic 5 or a Relic 7 Wampa, I'd be like, yeah, let's go for it. But Relic 3, it's like, ugh. Alright, I like the fact that the days just are not constantly attacking out a turn. Get the blind off POW. That's okay. I was hoping for a bit more, but it's okay. Just do basic. I'm a little bit worried because I know that these thermals could cause some damage. It's where I'm hoping all the hots and pots are helping out. Alright, buff immunity, that's what we want. Okay, one down. Can we get Ember? I was just thinking, do I waste the special on Ember? And I'm thinking, nah. It's kind of irritating this bit because we just have to do a double kill, but we've got the time. Okay, so we can at least gun down Jabba now in theory. Nearly. This could be the kill shot. There we go. That was a pretty cool animation with hindsight for Queen Amidala. You know, it was one of the iconic moments of Phantom Menace, you know, so I like the idea they managed to bring that in. There we go, 65. Alright, Bo-Katan for Lord Vader. Okay, let's clear that off Bo-Katan for the simple reason IG can come in and clear that off Paz. let's do that for now. I can't see the health bars. Alright, let's do that. Ooh, okay. A little bit worried about Bo-Katan here. Yeah, let's poop stance it. Yeah, I didn't really want to use that on SWGOH, but... Go on, we'll aim at Lord Vader now. Alright, forced ability block. Alright, nearly. Right, again, put that on Bo-Katan. Alright, we're in the clear. Let's aim that for Bam, I guess. We can't heal up OG Bo yet, so just try and keep the others topped up. Yeah, we can't heal OG Bo. I'll give OG Bo a due that she's able to recover the bans for the rest of the team, but yeah, 63. Alright. Let's just do this a second. Alright, so bat wall open. We've got a Queen Amidala with the Jawa Kron. We've got Raver with the Ninth Sister Kron. And we've got Saw with the Rolo Kron. Okay, that was a surprise. So... we may need to rethink a few of these. For instance, I feel like Ufus could be... They could be needed for Raver. After last time, I really don't want to be trying Phoenix on Raver. I feel like I can do Bad Batch on Queen. I don't feel like that changes too much with this Datacron. So yeah, I think we move the Ufus here. And it just dawned on me, we had got the Scavray Kron. I think we just need to make sure we deal with them. I left Balin on defense, I'm pretty sure of that. So we can't go and do... well, yeah, we can't do that as a counter. I think C might be able to handle it. Could be a little bit awkward with the level 3 though. Kenobi's 85%, so that's something. C76, so maybe we just throw Kenobi at it. But what do we do with Rey? I've just used Queen, so that was what I did last time. Maybe we try and JML? Yeah, I feel like this is about as good as it gets. We may need to two-shot the Rey, which I don't like the thought of. Okay. Let's throw a Mason. I'm kind of curious how he gets on. Which cron did I say I was using here? Resistance Pilot. Just to make sure I've got the 25% turn meter. Alright, let's go... Actually, let's aim for Scav and do that. Let's do that as well. I wasn't really convinced that was the right move, just to... Well, I don't really know what I'm saying. I think I was thinking, do I go for Hero Finn or OG Finn? Alright, that's cool. Well, I'd Mace. Get rid of their buffs. Yeah, very weird team, that. 63. I mean, it wins. I remember when people were saying, oh yeah, it beats Finn. I'm like, okay, well, I'll keep that in the back of my head, but I think you could argue it doesn't do it better than other things. Which is kind of irritating. Alright. Let's get the Jedi in here. Let's see how they get on. Alright, the Cron I was looking at I don't think is available, so let me just search by protection. I want that for the actual race, so I think we're going to use that 31% protection. Yeah, 187 at K now. I think I did take a Ray down in TW today with JML, so it's not like I'm out of practice of it. It's just not the counter I prefer. Alright, we'll get the stun in. Pass to Cal, who can then pass to Raven. Give that to Cal. Okay, we're still standing. I'm not entirely sure marking Ray is the right move, but let's do that. There's two who are going to be irritating, Zaris and OG Cal, so I figure let's get rid of one of them. And I figure Cal's got the Ufu synergy to sort of add another dimension to why we'd want to get rid of it. Alright, we'll do the ult just so that we've got more mastery. Stun just to try and keep those who take a turn in check. Okay. Okay, that doesn't surprise me. I don't see the point in marking right now. Pass that back to Raven. Okay, I'm fine with that. Let's try and focus down Zaris. That way I can start dealing damage. Okay. Not what I wanted. Let's just do that. Pass to Hoda. And do that, I guess. Again, pass to Hoda. Critter community has really been rough here. Right, we lose Raven, sadly. Right, Zaris down. Right, we're still standing. I'd argue not better than we ever did, but we're still standing. Okay, so Ray is going to ult. At least we got our damage immunity, that's something. Yeah, okay. Let's do that for now, just so that Ben doesn't AoE. Oh, didn't mean that. Oof, this could be rough. Yeah, ow. Yeah. Oof, wow. Just have that, will you? Okay. This is not the dynamic duo I want to be dealing with. Yeah, down. Okay. It's a twofer. Okay. It's by no means ideal, but hopefully we can recover. If you're allowed one drop, say, that's the one we're allowed. Alright, let me just log that before I forget. It's a loss. We got rid of these three. Okay. Let's get the Gungans in. And what DC we were going to use. Okay. Why do I get the feeling that DC has changed? Tenacity protection. Yeah, it was dark side. Oops. Yeah, let's just go for Trench. Let's do that, called Bombardier. Cleanse. Let's call Tarples. And that should be trenched down. Okay, Jar Jar's due. Death mark on Django, not fun. Right, is Django coming out or not? Well, not Django, Dooku. Let's get rid of that. Yeah, still hanging around on Django. Okay, we can go for Django now at least. Okay. I feel a little bit sad that an attacker didn't get that kill. Alright, Dukester down. There we go. 65. It honestly feels like with Gungans, if you can't beat the Seppi team, you're doing something wrong. Okay, so Leia on Ahsoka. Ability blocks could be awkward. Okay, so it was Padawan Sabine who took the first turn. That was a surprise. Alright, we'll pass that over to Drogon. And can we get the eat? Yep, cool. We'll cleanse. We'll put that onto Jin. Let's say it's Hu Yang. Okay, burn, baby, burn. Didn't really mean to do that because I didn't want the taunt on Leia. I think that's two battles in a row I've done that. Or two of these battles. Alright, the stun's welcome. Again, stun is welcome. I think I can get a kill here. Alright, would be nice if we get the 5 stacks. Well, they ambushed. Okay, no... Well, I can't remember if Ahsoka can be dazed or not. Probably not. I feel like it should be on a long list of things like, if you don't know it, they probably are. Alright, 65. So we'll come back for Rey. We'll deal with this back wall. Alright, bad bitch. baddest bitch. We're using the Vandor Chewy Chrome. Alright, that was a bit unfortunate. Alright, let's call an assist on herself. Alright, so Rekka taunts because Omega got a big wallop there. Could do with him hanging in. Okay. Are we still shaking? One stack. Okay, so Rekka's in captive. Ooh, okay, Omega's down. Not liking this. Can I just target Temmin? Okay. Like, pretty please, can I... This is really, really irritating. Come on, can we get this back? No, not with that. All right. That was a loss I was not expecting. Maybe stats there played more of a part than I thought. Yeah, it does feel like it's going to have to be some mishmash team here. Go on, we'll go with that. Okay, so we do have to link the Handmaiden, but then we also link Pow. That way, when he does his AoE, it doesn't kill us. Alright, let's pass that to Armourer. 2 stacks, recover 30% protection at the end of turn. I don't feel like we need to be doing counterattacks as much, so that isn't a big thing for me. Let's try and keep Set tanky. Okay, we'll do that. Alright, well, here's the light show. I'd have thought between these lot they would have difficulties killing us. So at this point it feels like I've just got to time out insta-kills. I mean, we should recover a fair amount of protection because we've got tank tech plus 2 stacks of Beskar. And they can't go under protection anymore with POW. I love my hands up though. I do feel like this round's going away from us a little bit. Like, 1 drop on rate was kind of like, okay. But now we're on 2 drops and it's like, kind of reliant on my opponent making a slip. It just occurred to me, we've got this cooldown reduction thing, well, prevention. Thoughts on Colosseum? Probably 3 right now, to be honest. I haven't got any negative opinions on it. My main thought is... Hang on, I was going for autumn, then I realised C would be an idiot. My main thought is I'm curious how it plays daily, because... like any game modes, it could get a bit repetitive if you have to do it every day. And I suppose that's where, with the bosses, they can add some variety. But if you're doing it for like 3 months, then it could get a little bit stale. But yeah, I'll give it a go. I won't just rule it out. Yeah, C's just... he's struggling. I'm trying to think what I could clean this up with. That's the difficult thing. I don't really want to be using JMK. That's the only reason I use C. Man, oh man, oh man. Go on, we'll submit. We've got POW out. I'll come back to that. I know I need Ufus here. What? Okay. I don't think that's happened to me before. I feel like I had some bad RNG. Yeah, something like an auto could be the solution. That was well timed in terms of it did have a good impact. Oh, fudge. I don't know why I did that. Alright, Raver down. I know, I've never lost the rocks like that. It's as if they got the memo that I like my Taran and thought, right, well, make sure you can't use him then. Oof. Okay. I mean, I'm kind of hoping here that Scavray can hold. Oh, had to be an evade. Bleeding hell. 53. You know, this is the awkward bit. Try and remember everything you've used. Sith, Sat, and Empire. Thrawn. Loss, we got Pow Out. Yeah, it's still a win with that one. I feel like I need to use the Great Mothers here, but I don't know how to get on with Saw, especially when you've got Rolocron in play. Okay, so let's do that to Saul. Remind me, what's Blast do? Let's do that. Let's try and just focus on Saul. Alright. Call Spirit, I guess. If you're talking about that website I was on, it's QuakeBot. I can put a link in the chat after. Alright, that's decent. Cool Spirit. Ooh, wow. I'm glad Morgan healed up a bit there. Okay. I'm glad this worked because I wasn't entirely sure what I would be doing otherwise. 65. Oh, alright. That was a decent pivot. Yeah, so it's just called Quickbot. You mean SWGOH? I'm struggling to think of what could clear this up at this point. And I've got a bad idea, but I feel like it's worth exploring. Okay, so heal immunity and a basic. That's protection up. Oh. Okay. Probably should have seen that last bit coming. Alright, maybe... Maybe we can do something with droids? Yeah, I'm just not saying that at all. It feels like a very long shot that Malgus could do something. No worries, it's connected to C3PO bot, so if you connected on there on Discord, it should work with it. You see, I've got Mon, but I haven't got things to go with Mon. I don't trust my Mandalorians for obvious reasons. Is it possible I could use my really cruddy trench group? Oh, hang on. I mean, all the stuff is turned off pretty much, but... Alright, that's a shock. Great. You know, I've got barely any health amongst this group, I bet, so it's like, really, I don't want to be... I don't want to be having to tank an ult. Can we stun there at least? Yeah. Oof, wow. I don't know how we survived it, but I'll take it. Right, stealth everyone except for... Well, it was meant to be... Oh, of course you can't stealth everyone but Django. I remember... Ooh, you little git. Oh, I'll take that. Resummon. hang on, I thought we killed you. Alright, we're still standing. Let's just do that. Alright, cool. 27. Never thought I'd be using trench like that. And then... it'd be safe to say this has been a bit of a mess. Let's just do that. They can do their thing for a minute. Only for a minute. Don't want them going too crazy. It is Mol. I mean, unlike last round, I don't feel like I did anything too silly that kind of makes me think, oh, you know, it was as much me as them kind of thing, but still, it's not nice, is it? How's yours gone on, or how's it looking? Let's pass that to Kenobi. Go for the short ult. I would like it if Echo wasn't going to be a pain in the backside. That will be the rough bit. I mean, it's kind of where I'm feeling here. I mean, obviously I'm attacking first like yourself, but you just know your opponent's probably got enough to deal with what you're doing. So it kind of nullifies a lot of what you're trying to do as soon as you drop a battle. Let's get the kill there. I mean, I think from next week I can try and do some more scouting before rounds. I mean, it's like this week I've done tidbits, you know, just trying to see if there's anything they used to do that maybe they'll still do, but it's a bit easier when you've got a week of data. In some ways, I wish that GAC seasons were like 8 weeks instead of 3, you know, covering like a full Datacron set almost. Feels like you never really get into it before it's gone. Okay. By the way, I find it interesting it's become like the default executive lineup pretty much at the moment. So, Profundity, Leviathan, Executor. I feel like Maz has got some good viability, but I don't think she's... I think she's one of those where she'll eventually have counters, do you know what I mean? She's not going to be like this impenetrable wall on defense, so it's a bit unlucky that you've got caught out like that. It's like, I know for myself the Great Mothers would be my go-to, but after that it's like, okay. I think I've seen Fiverr First mentioned as well. I hope Phantom sometime at some point finds its way back to Home 1. To me, that feels like the OG Phantom, well, the OG Home 1 ship. You know, it'd come in, target lock with Biggs. Just felt like it had really natural synergy. I do enjoy being able to punk these Houndstooths though. For like a year they've given me a migraine trying to beat them, and it's like, alright, at least we get the easy counters now. I probably could have gone lighter there. I'm wondering if you can just cope with these three. Because it's B-Wing and probably Wedge. We'll play it safe with Scimitar, but my gut says you could probably just do the three. Because the thing is, they can't attack out of turn, so you get that as an advantage straight away. Yeah, I go back to it. It's like we're now in basically a very bad Home 1 fleet point. It does make me think you don't need reinforcements, but I don't know. I think I'd need to see it to know. Alright, we're missing on Marauder, but I can't really heal that. Not Marauder, Fury class. 75 though, not bad. Alright, get the Vulture out, that way there's no buff immunity going around. I know it could be on a long list, but I feel like we need a Separatist ship next year. I'm not even saying a capital ship, just a ship. Malevolence has gone from like being one of the top 2 ships in the game to I don't even know where you position it right now. I think you'd be generous if you were saying what, higher than bottom 2? I'm thinking maybe finalise as bottom at the moment. Alright, 73. Definitely could have been better banners. 1776. To me, that screams drop, but we'll see. So as far as what I placed, just because I never went through that at the start, we've got Finzori up north this time, 501st, Sulgarara, and Ray. Let's just move my cam as well. And then down the south, at least all I'm showing on stream anyway, is Slacker, Lord Vader, Balin, and Raver. I'm hoping that's a tough wall to get through, but I don't know. I don't think it's going to be tough enough for him. I doubt it'd be Pirate King. I don't think they're going to start doing Galactic Legend pilots, but I wouldn't rule out OG Hondo. My gut is, before they even think of doing pirate ships, they need to do separatists. Or even a separatist ship. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. They've got 5 ships. You know, just give them something to boost them. I mean, I know you could say, look at Old Republic, they've got 1, but at least there isn't a commander for it. Ooh, I was bloody unlucky not getting them to 5 stars off from the off. But yeah, it's like Radis has got a purpose if Malevolence is on defense and you know, you've got a few heavier things on defense. Finalizer's best purpose right now is taking out, like, cleaning up executors. Home one's good now with B-Wing. Chimera, kind of good against Radis's. Negotiator can still do executors. Malevolence, you could take it down Profundity, but I'll be honest, when I've had the choice, I've preferred Radis. Yeah, Executor, still top fleet. Endurance can take Leviathan, so as well as take down Executor. So for me, that's like Negotiator. It's got 1 extra. Executrix, that can't do Leviathan now, can it? So that's dropped down the meta. So yeah. It's certainly not what it was a couple of months ago. I think it's one of those where you could afford to do it as a 2-shot. You know, if you can get into a position where you take down Dagger, then from there, at the very least, you've got the option for a 2-shot. But I know for myself, it's why I'm taking all 3 big fleets on offense, just for the fact I don't have to be dealing with it. But yeah, it's interesting where the meta is right now. And I stand by it. I do think that Malevolence is the one that needs something. Finalizer as well, but I feel like Finalizer's always been sort of like the leftover fleet of the group, if you know what I mean. Alright. So I'm going to do a raid on Twitch, and I did line it up to go to Scribe stream on YouTube. Well, I would actually raid on Twitch, but I'll tell you what, I have had a very quiet night on Twitch, so I'm not actually going to do the raid there. But it will do the raid on YouTube. Alright, so yeah, I will be back now on Thursday. So hope to see you then, folks. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your, well, the last moments of your weekend, and I will see you next week. Bye for now. Here we go.